with, you know, bringing the trot back, letting the trot go forwards, she's already telling me she's super, super comfortable with you on board. I mean, look at her expression. Look at her neck. She hasn't stopped swinging. She's completely attentive to you. So, there, good. And then just let yourself sit in the rhythm. Whoops, I better keep you in the video. 1, 2, 1, 2, good. And now, next long side, why don't you do, at the very beginning of the long side, stay on the rail just with left flexion. You saw me doing it before I started the canter half pass. Once you feel that you have the left flexion, then add your right knee and decide if you're going to do shoulder in or half pass. So left flexion now, just inside flexion. Yep, inside flexion until you feel you have nice flexion without her shoulders falling right. Yeah, then you can decide, do I make it shoulder in, do I make it half pass? That's right. So that you get the neck bend a little bit there. And then now you can say, hey, a little bit closing both legs right below the knee, and you'll add some cadence and some trot. Super. So again, a little inside flexion. Now if you wanted to make it half pass, you would half halt on the outside rein and put your right knee on. Super. Keep the left hand to the left. Let your weight sit into the left stirrup. Okay, and yeah, you know, we'll tell Jody that you just did a Grand Prix half pass. And she was going to be on the long side. And then, yeah, exactly. And play with it. You know, if you play with the low core and you stretch tall, you're going to get a little bit more cadence like a passage. Super with your seat. You just need to learn to sit like this in the canter. Feel free to pop her back into canter anytime. If you want to, you know. This is not hard work for her. Beautiful, Terry Sue. I love it. Do a little shoulder in again in this direction. So find your right flexion. Keep your weight on your right seat. Then you decide, I have the right flexion now. Do I bring the shoulders just in for shoulder in? Left rein, left knee? Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. You're going to have to turn the volume really down on your video. So a little right flexion there. Now look up in there, beautiful, look in the mirror. Now just add outside rein, outside knee and make it a half pass. Just keep the shoulders flowing across. You have to be able to put your inside leg on a tiny bit to keep the bend. There, super, 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 Terry, so that's beautiful. Good. So now you already feel, for me, you already look like you're cantering more with her. A little bit, you know, you check again. Can I just quietly put my calf on? And she steps with a more active hind leg, but doesn't get longer. I keep breathing. Little, come. Keep some energy. Now if you keep right flexion. Sit on your right seat bone. There you go. And if you were to do a change, you would simply go right rein, right leg back in the corner. Oh, like there. That's okay. It's, you know, it's important that you feel comfortable though that you can do that. You know? And you didn't care. She was a bit like, okay. It wasn't exactly the right moment. You missed the moment to ask. If you'd asked before the corner.
I just wanted to see if she blew up on here.
Yeah, no, and that's perfect. And as you can see, she didn't. She was like, well, I don't really know what you're doing, but okay. But then you just need to be, I wouldn't do it until you're more confident. You can do it from this direction, but you want to be a little bit more organized in where you do it.
I think I'll try a serpentine with simple changes.
There you go. Really? Whoops, yep, she heard you. This mech literally has scored 10s on her simple changes. So balance, knee, balance, balance. Okay, you need to take it a little bit longer balancing the canter.
Balance
super. Before, yep, think pirouette canter, a little outside rein, both knees, outside rein, both knees, and that, oops, that's okay. Good. Yep, you did. Good. But she won't hold it against you. So, as you do the simple changes, try not to throw yourself to the inside, right? Her straight now, into the right rein, into the right rein, into the, okay, or do a change. That's okay, sit, just quietly sit. She wasn't, and I think what is actually happening there, Terry, is she's not sure because she was going to ask it, but that I think is I probably do use my spur a little bit, so she wasn't sure.
It's fine. I'm not sure either. So I was just seeing if she stays calm enough for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, if I were you, one more time, pick up the canter right.
Okay.
And, you know, bring yourself on the circle and then back like third level test 2, where you go on the diagonal, the short diagonal, and then either on the short diagonal or on the long side. You know, give yourself plenty of room, maybe on the long side. But, so it's in a really organized place, maybe coming into the short side. So you really, yep, bring her frame up a fraction. That's right. Yeah, now quietly keep, yep, good, keep her cantering. And then you would use right rein, right leg, yeah? Balance, frame up, and change. Right rein, right leg. There you go, very good. So that's what I mean when I say it's not complicated aids. Yeah, quiet, balance her, much more balanced, or else it'll have to be a very big change. Good. And then you would just go left reg, left rein, change. Whoop, okay, I can see that, super. But look what you're doing now, you're really riding. Yeah, and she's thinking and she's cantering and it looks wonderful. There you go. Find your right stirrup iron quietly. I honestly don't know without the spur if she will change, so I don't think I use it much, but maybe I do. Sit tall, you're falling off to the right there a lot. Make sure you can counterflex her to the right here. Make sure you can flex her right, but keep the left seat. Flex her right, the canter's way too long. Way too long. Yeah, she didn't stand a chance to do it from that. No horse would have. Good. But look how you brought the canter back. Yeah? That's the important thing.
Okay. Come on, keep trotting.
Keep trotting. Yeah, play a little bit on a diagonal, a short diagonal. Do a trot extension. Enjoy it. Yeah, look at this now. Sitting trot. Really feel that your legs are long. Just pick, yeah, keep her frame up there. Super, super, super. Short diagonal, don't lean back. Let your low core, and then just quietly the calves go on. A little bit right leg. So, there. Good, and then you close your thighs a little bit. Close your low core, and you can think towards a little more passage. It's beautiful trot, Terry Sue. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, good, good. And now think back to collection. Put your feet in your stirrups. Think tall, close your calves. Keep her frame up, a little bit more snaffle, a little bit less curve. Ah, beautiful. And down the long side, just play with that without leaning back. That you're just below your, that's super. Absolutely super. And I would say posting trot and let her stretch a little. Unless there's more you want to try. And this is really one of...
Do I let her into it more?
Oh, she'll figure it out. There you go. This is one of the wonderful things about her. That, I mean, you saw me with the canter that I just, you know, can drop the reins and pat her. And she's so easy in that.